But we'll have to see what Falstad build we're going to see on this map. On the left hand side of your screens, as we are now on to the Dragonshire, we have team E2G from Fosse. We have Zaram in the top on the Tychus, Chunky Fire on the Sylvanus, Resh on the ETC, Panigale on the Arthas, and down in the bot lane, now joined by two others, is DN and N-Stars on the Brightwing.
We're going to call him Stars, because that could get confusing. On the right-hand side, in the red trunks, coming in as seed number 2 in this entire tournament, it is Natus Vincer. And on the Falstad, we have Eternal in the mid lane as a group of 3. On the Tyrael, it is Breeze. On the Malfurion, it is Splendor. Schwimpy is going to be playing the Illidan. And we have coming in, just giving a little poke, it is Cillium playing the Valor.
Yeah, we actually have a bit of a mix-up here. It's usually Eternal playing the Valor for Navi, but this time he's on the Falstad and we have Cillium, and this is what we like to see. This is the standard.
Ooh, there's the root.
Yep, there is the root indeed. It's going to miss there from Malfurion, and the Arthas one did hit. Panigale will get taken down. There's the first blood, and the rotation game is strong with Navi. This is the Dragonshire meta still. Push out mid lane, rotate bot.
Body block god. Like, I have to say that. He's so absolutely incredible when it comes to body blocking when he does gank. What I really like about him as a player. And also, it did just disappear, but what did you think of that scouting drone positioning? I really like it.
Where was it?
It was hang on, I can ping. It was no, I can't.
No, you
I
can't.
can't ping. It was just next to the wall on their side, above the bush, so not inside the tall grass. It was next to the wall in mid lane, so that it got vision of the bush, but without being in the bush for them to pick off.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like it. It doesn't get as much area vision, but it's a much safer position for it. It allows it to just get full duration.
Yeah, we have this bot shrine controlled by Navi. The top is taken by E2G. Brightwing coming in here, getting rid of the scouting drone. Has to use the pixie dust to get out of that one for now, as Breeze is a little bit of a threat here alongside Cillium and Splendor. Sylvanus providing the push power here. Breeze could have activated his Q again, and he does so to go on to Panigale. They try and return this. Waiting
Breeze
to
with
see.
extra movement speed though from his smite, able to just get out of there, even though he was at the time a squirrel.
Yeah, Panigale, if he'd landed a Howling Blast, they may have returned on to try and get some damage there onto Cillium or Splendor. But unfortunately, he held on to that one for a little bit too long, wasn't able to cast, and we see Teleport coming back into this bot lane. Breeze going aggressive there, just scouting out, as Eternal could be in a bit of trouble in this top lane.
Eternal gonna be able to barrel roll, dodges the root, and now he's turning around getting some harassment, but the shrine does go over to E2G, so they're gonna be able to get some control there.
Yeah, and now back down to this bot lane. We still have the 3 members here controlling this shrine in all its glory. Splendor, Cillium and Breeze. Now they start getting their first few hits onto this tower. Sylvanus and Brightwing don't exactly have the greatest wave clear between them either.
Yeah, they're not doing too good a job here, but Arthas has now returned. He's thinking about the mercenary camps. In fact, he is going to start doing that. So, Scaling Drone, not going to be able to get vision of that for now, and it did just despawn. Malfurion, though, while replacing it, may notice this is going on. In fact, no, he's just going to head up to the mid lane to maybe try and go on. Excuse me, trying to go on to Zoram.
Hiccups.
Yep.
Eternal in this top lane, grabbing this shrine back. There is no Arthas here this time, so this is going to be a straight up 1 versus 1 with Resh. And we have Cillium following in Eternal's footsteps here, taking that Vampiric Assault at level 4 on the Valor.
Yeah, so interesting talent choices there, but we will have to see. And here comes the engagement in the bot lane. Chunky able to dash out, but Panigale not going to be as lucky. No, he heals himself just in time. And he is able to back out, and Illidan not willing to chase that far and accidentally dive over the wall or something, which I do repeatedly.
Yeah, we still have this duel going in the top lane as Eternal still has control, only now does he lose it of this top shrine. Resh now power sliding through Eternal, trying to put as much distance between him as possible. The hammer is going to go out. Oh, Resh, you could win this trade.
He's trying to kite. Block has come for Resh. Eternal finally going to be backing out here. The boomerang was nice, but unable to use it to his advantage. And we can see that Eternal is in fact going for the full ability power build.
Yeah, and we have Zoram just roam down towards this bot lane for now, and then backs away. Goes back towards mid lane to try and get a soak off here. Schwimpy has used his sweeping strike, but he's not going to get hit by the Howling Blast. I feel as if Panigale holds on to these for a little bit too long. He tries to get the perfect one off, and then just ends up...
He's trying to bait him. He's trying to bait all the dodges out, but Schwimpy is just on point, able to get out the way. And you mentioned earlier how the Vampiric Assault has been taken by Vala. Chonky able to get out.
We have the Illidan build again, by the way.
Yep, Illidan build definitely going with that, so we may in fact see the hunt. Panigale, Cillian with the Volt able to dodge the route. But Vala with the Vampiric Assault here, I really like it because of the two warriors on the enemy team. She's not going to be able to burst people down with that Manticore like you want to, so giving her the extra sustain makes her a whole lot more useful than that Manticore would really do damage in terms of use.
Yeah. The trade-off there is a lot better just to be able to sustain yourself than do a little bit more damage to a frontline warrior.
Absolutely. And she already has the searing attacks as is. Yeah. It's pretty fine. And it's just a multi-shot build as is. Just a new-fangled multi-shot build. And moving in still free. Yeah, very cool, very Ember.
And a very nice move there coming out from Stars. Just went aggressive, bribed the easy camp, and it forced Navi to deal with it for the time being and distracted them as well. They have regained this bottom shrine now though, as they should start turning their attention to mid. We do have a two-man route coming up though there from the Howling Blast. Bree's gonna be jumping over there. We're 4 versus 3 down here in favour of E2G. Illidan though of Schwimpy does grab the Dragon Knight, and that's going to be barreling towards this mid lane. Going to be getting the first tower here, then swiftly move on to the second, and could then rotate down as heroics have been hit. Judgment, Hinterland Blast, the Hunt, that's all they need. Doesn't really matter what comes in next, but it is going to be a Rain of Vengeance. And then there it is, Tranquility as well for the Malfurion.
Full burst coming in, Eternal backing up in a pretty risky place, but Resh was busy dealing with the boss and gets punted into that shrine area. One of these towers is completely out of ammo, takes a single hit from Schwimpy before it does go down. Schwimpy once again sending Resh not very far this time, which Rain is going to prevent him from flying way too far across the map.
Yep, there we go. Schwimpy gets the second tower here. Gonna knock Resh back that time. Yep, did get interrupted. Now Schwimpy is just going to dive across to the minion. Bot lane, however, we have Panigale going very low here. Does get snared up, and he will fall there. That's one tower down, 1 kill in the bot lane as well. And they could get a second one here as Chunky has to back, as does Stars. And Stars has no one to phase shift to either here, so he's going to lose a lot of XP from this.
Yeah, this bot lane just in serious danger. We are seeing Chonky just run back in. Currently hasn't lost any minions in that bottom lane, so isn't going to be too bad. Schwimpy just hanging out here. It's going to see if he can catch anyone, but Resh is being back for mana.
Yeah, and they're going aggressive here on towards the Siege Giant camp, but not only do they find a camp, they find a Tychus who is now very, very dead. Got snared up. The extra range coming in there for Malfurion from the Elun's Grace is so great at picking people off.
Yeah, we did see the hunt actually used there by Illidan, but the target died before he actually did start dashing, and Breeze attempting to steal the camp here. In comes the stage dive and the Syndragosa. That's a nice engage. Power slide onto Cillian. Cillian separated. Hinterland Blast. A lot of damage onto Resh. There's the Judgment onto Panigale. Panigale survives though, but ETC did not. He got burst down, and so does Brightwing. The camp was taken by Navi.
Oh, Cillian!
Solo, there's the shield, and Zoram is able to take him down. In comes the hunt from over the wall onto Zoram. Zoram trying to flee out. He has the heals, but he goes down, and Panigale.
Schwimpy!
Oh no! Schwimpy goes down to the towers and the forts, and that is a 2 for 3 in favour of Navi, but some of those kills may not have been necessary.
Yeah, that was this is one of the great things about Arthas on this map and ETC, is that when fights occur, they usually take place in the very confined spots over camps, as we see towards the hard camps and the easy camps, and that is a great place for A, a stage dive, and B, a Syndragosa.
Yep, absolutely.
And then Schwimpy went a little bit too ham.
Despite the fact they were behind in levels, they actually did really well with that fight. Like you said, with the stage dive Syndragosa, really nice turnaround. And Tychus getting back just in time to pick up a nice little kill there at the end. So, not bad at all. Level 13 talents have been hit for Navi. We're seeing the 6th sense, of course, out of Illidan, as seeing as there's quite a lot of damage. Imposing Will, good against the Tychus when he's in his Odin form. Life Seed on Malfurion, which is pretty cool to see without the enduring growth talent.
We just saw a hunt go up towards top lane, by the way, onto Resh. Now Brightwing is going to join the fight. Tyrael's here as well. Breeze looking to get an engager. They are 2 versus 3 for now. 2 versus 4 make that. And Eternal is going to go down here. A little bit of an overstep there coming out from Navi.
Yep, Navi stepping a bit too far forward, going in for the kill, and instead managed to lose a fight and a player. Shrimpy now trying to defend. Arthas goes down in the bot lane though, trying to defend a bit, but unable to do anything.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little bit of a base race here to start things off, as they have the Sylvanas, which means they're going to push a lot stronger, although they don't have the luxury of already taking down a fort, much like in this bot lane. Cillium and Splendor, they're going to get 1 tower here, whereas E2G, they're just going to leave the minions to do their work, and look to maybe kill Breeze or Shrimpy.
Yeah, Breeze and Shrimpy pushing this mid lane. Bala and Malfurion pushing the bot lane. Resh coming in from behind, wants to try and get a power slide. Elduin's might has been used, not using the teleport yet. Shrimpy taking a lot of damage here. This is exactly what this kind of comp's good for. Diving out the way of the Wailing Arrow. Cillium does take it though. Infernal has flown down to join his team in case they want to fight. They are very split up, though, Cillium, once again. And there is the judgment. Hinterland blast, and down goes Arthas. Zoram and Chonky separated. Chonky able to Haunting Wave away. He is being chased, though. He's able to back out, though. However, Zoram has very little protection left. Resh, nice face melt there to try and disable this. But Zoram doing some damage to everyone who's pretty much full health. We saw a load of Blood for Bloods come down, and Breeze able to take down Zoram. Stars will escape here, but he's now on his own to defend. Sylvanas was able to be back to safety and will join her.
Yeah, but even so, 2 versus 4, not the greatest defense. They can push them away, but then Navi will just turn their sights onto this top shrine and the Dragon Knight, as we see Eternal flying up there now, coming into land. That's going to get taken there, and Breeze will be the guy to try and grab this Dragon Knight. Chunky Fire and Stars will try and do their best to interrupt this, but they could overstep the markers. There's the first interrupt. Panic Gale now coming in. That's not going to be a Dragon Knight just yet. Breeze mounts up. Eternal could get caught out here by Panic Gale as well, and he will do so. A lot of damage coming down from the initial auto attack, but won't be able to get on to Eternal.
Yeah, Eternal able to back out. That barrel roll there, he has so efficient at dodging Breeze. Once again interrupted. There's the hunt though, already being used onto Zoram, but the turnaround is almost instant onto Shrimpy. Shrimpy gets burst down from the overkill, and the Haunting Wave lands on 2 members of Navi. Splendor's being dropped low. He's in full retreat. He goes down. Breeze has been separated thanks to the Emerald Wind. Infernal has had to dash over the wall. Breeze will go down, and that is a fight for E2G. If they can get... Oh no!
Oh!
Resh able to dodge it. Chonky gets chunked. Well, exactly, Chonky gets chunked down to a very low amount of health. Not being, though, instead going to head to top lane and try and grab a fountain. Zoram going for the top shrine. Arthas is grabbing the bottom one, and Brightwing is still in this mid lane. We see Falstad thinking about trying to fight here, but this could be the first Dragon Knight of the game for E2G, and they might be able to get some counter damage done with this.
Yeah, this has thrown things right back in E2G's favour now, and they're going to get at least 1 tower here, probably 2 as well, and it's about whether they tunnel down onto this mid fort, or whether they decide to go for the bot towers as well, of which they're pretty low already. Illidan is down there. Right now they're up against 4 members in this mid lane. It looks like they're just going to try and grab this fort here. They do have Emerald Wind, they still have the Odin, and they still have Stage Dive as well, as they punt 1 player away, snare up a few of the others. This Dragon Knight getting very, very low. Stars, he's pretty safe should he get engaged upon as soon as he pops out. He does have that Emerald Wind.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about. That last fight is exactly what we talked about when we were talking about the Illidan comp to begin with. Illidan, yes, it's a great comp, great stuns, but they're relying on Malfurion to keep Illidan alive. Yeah. It's healing over time, and what we saw was the perfect example of why that sometimes can't work, because the enemy team will turn around and say, oh, there's an Illidan here, instantly stun lock, instantly vulnerable, and just burst him. And that's exactly what they did. They do have the Cold Embrace as well, so just huge amounts of vulnerables going down, but Cold Embrace and the Critter Rise just annihilate Illidan. And Malfurion can't heal enough, whereas Rhaegar may have been able to Ancestral Healing. We may have seen the Divine Shield out of Uther, but it's not enough what they have. Yeah,
we see Navi win this game of chicken again. It's a it's the game of we're going to push, so are we, who's going to base first? And this time it was actually E2G again who fell back. We saw a similar situation earlier on in the top lane there. And the Brightwing level 7 talent, yes, there's the idea that yes, they need that extra healing there. They have no main healer, but the cleanse would have been great against the Hunt and the Tyrael Judgment.
Yeah, both would have been nice, and even the ETC dash, any kind of stun removal. Sorry, wrong team. Yeah, ETC would have been nice to cleanse. But Malfurion, does he come with cleanse? I don't think he does.
No, Malfurion doesn't. It's only Uther and Brightwing that have cleanse.
That's the one. Oh, and Lily, if you count that.
Herbal cleanse at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I actually really like that talent. That's one of the only things that makes Lily playable.
But it's RNG. Vulnerable to Shrimpy. Envenom was used as well. He's dashing out and he
Syndra!
Syndra goes coming in. Only catches the backline. Stage dive. Gonna land on Splendor and Breeze. And they are giving chase, but they're a bit separated here. Splendor gets burst down. Rain of Vengeance has quite a few, but the Wailing Arrow catches Cillium. He gets taken down. And Navi in full retreat again.
Wow.
This is suddenly going very badly for Navi.
E2G are hitting these engages here. Splendor started things off by getting a little bit caught out, and then they just kept on chasing. This is one of the great things about Syndragosa. You can keep on chasing because your opponent's so slow. And there it is again. You get caught out by a Howling Blast, you will fall. Breeze that is able to get away from that one after being polymorphed, and they could look to end here. They've got 25 seconds.
Illidan's on the other side of the map. He's being back to base to try and help with this. I don't think they have enough. There's the Hunt. There is Judgment. They're using everything they can. Chonky gets blood for blooded, but he's still alive. Shrimpy has no protection. He's going on to Zoom. Zoom.
The splash damage from the core.
Breeze is doing what he can. The splash damage from the core is doing so much. Breeze has to back up. He may just have to suicide and explode here and do what he can. The core is taking them out. Breeze being dropped so low. He's going
Malfurion's here.
He goes down. Malfurion's here as well. Panago goes down to Malfurion. Resh is in retreat. There's the root. Cillium is now here to finish it off. And Navi hold. And they will get the ace.
Or will they?
They should. I can't see.
No, Uber Rockstar though.
He does have Uber Rockstar, but there's the Moonfire preventing the mount, and down he goes. And Navi, with the last second defend, Illidan just coming back in time. They popped everything, and
wait,
even
they're pinging the core,
giving his life to try and save that. They are picking the core, having a look at the heroic level 20s. Nowhere to hide the global hunt from Illidan, so the second he comes back up...
Nexus Frenzy just for this push as well.
Yep, Nexus Frenzy has been taken. Hardened Shield, Storm Shield from Splendor, gonna be using his Protective Shield for now. Faustad's flying in. They're trying to burst out as quick as possible.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Hunt to a minion.
Exactly, he can hunt to a minion. He could have hunted to the enemy as well the second they came in vision. But Shrimpy going onto the core. They're going full burst, trying to deal with this. Wailing Arrow hits all 4, but it's not gonna be enough. And Navi, so close to going down. 33% core. Do an amazing defense, and they're able to take the game in the last seconds.
I don't know what to say about that. That was an intense